In this example, I need to solve the following equation, a over the interval 0 to 2 pi, and b for all solutions. So here is my equation, 3 times the tangent of x plus 4 equals 1. It is a trigonometric equation, but I only have one trig function, the tangent of x, and it is raised to the first power, so this is a linear equation in the tangent of x. As in all linear equations, what we do is we get all the variables on one side, all the constants on the other. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So I get 3 times the tangent of x equals 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Now to isolate the tangent of x, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So I get the tangent of x equals negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. Now I want to solve this problem using the unit circle. And remember, the coordinates of all the points on the unit circle are written in terms of the x-coordinate is the cosine of my angle theta, the y-coordinate is the sine of theta. So this means that I need to write the tangent of x in terms of sines and cosines. Well, remember, the tangent of x is just the sine of x divided by the cosine of x, and that equals negative 1. So what does this mean here? If the sine of x divided by the cosine of x is negative 1, it means the sine and the cosine have to have opposite signs, but the same absolute value. So going round my unit circle, in quadrant 1, the cosine and sine are both positive. But in quadrant 2, they're opposite in signs. And if I look at the point 3 pi over 4, the cosine value is negative the square root of 2 over 2, and the sine value is the square root of 2 over 2. So if I divide the sine value by the cosine value, I will get negative 1. So my first solution is x equals 3 pi over 4, and that is my quadrant 2 solution. Now, moving around the unit circle, in quadrant 3, the x and y coordinates have the same sign, so that won't work. But in quadrant 4, my x coordinates are positive, my y coordinates are negative, so I'm going to get a solution in quadrant 4. And it's going to be 7 pi over 4, because if I take the sine value of negative the square root of 2 over 2 and divide it by the cosine value of the square root of 2 over 2, I'm going to get my negative 1. So my solution in quadrant 4 is x equals 7 pi over 4. That's my quadrant 4 solution. So if I'm asked for all the solutions between 0 and 2 pi, this is my answer for part A. I have two solutions, x equals 3 pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. Now, in part B, we need to find all solutions. Remember, the period of the tangent function is just pi, not 2 pi. So all I have to do is take my first solution, 3 pi over 4, and then just add pi n, where n is an element of the integers. And I do not have to do it to this solution, because remember that 7 pi over 4 is just 1 pi after 3 pi over 4. So since the period is pi and not 2 pi, this is the way to write all solutions to this problem.